how to make a car rental website with HTML and CSS. Hello guys and welcome back to today's video. In today's video, we will be teaching you how you will be able to create the specific car rental website. Now, I said in the title, we will be creating it with HTML and CSS. Although, my method for today's video is going to be a bit different. We will not be showing you a manual creation of HTML and CSS like this one over here, where we manually type each of our sections, each of our code, because that will just take a lot of time. Although if you're a programmer and that is something you're used to, it's a very great skill to be able to learn. But a lot of us here don't really know how to code that much or that good, because there's a lot of sections over here that you need to memorize, a lot of things that you need to be arranged, and positions that are very important. But what I want to create in today's video is how we will be able to still create a car rental website where we still get our HTML and CSS, but this is something people that has lower programming skill will still be able to do. And we will be able to perform just that by simply utilizing different websites that will help us with our design. For example, I have Figma over here. I plan to use Figma to create the basic design of our website. So basically like the front end part. And then we will then be able to convert it into an HTML and CSS by utilizing Teleport HQ over here. Now, you could do that process. We will be showing you that process where we do it in Figma and then Teleport HQ. But we could also do it directly in Teleport HQ as well, because they also have a drag and drop building capabilities, and then you will be able to easily convert that into HTML and CSS. Now, the outputs that we will be showing, we will be doing it and displaying it using VS Code over here. Then we will be running a live output so that we could check it out as well. And we could also ask some help from ChatGPT over here. ChatGPT right now is something, or it's a tool that a lot of people have been using, and it is a tool that you could easily use for HTML and CSS as well. You could even ask ChatGPT to build majority or like big components of your website. You can just simply ask ChatGPT to produce such output for you. So let's start in the beginning first. We will be using Figma over here. Also, I have pixels over here for our images if you want to download some images, for example, for a car. So over here in Figma, you could use this one. Figma is really great for creating some front-end designs, so let us create one right now. Over here, we have our work section. So as a beginner, this video is specifically targeted for beginners who wish to be able to create a website with HTML, but does not have the ability to manually code it and have everything be built line by line. So Figma will be for you. So in Figma, you can easily create a frame. Simply click F on M, simply click the letter F, or you can simply select it over here on frame. And then over here on the right side, you will be able to select the type of frame. Now, let's go with the website over here and desktop. Now, why is a frame important? A frame is basically what the user will be able to see. This is where we will be able to put and build our different components. And this is where we will be able to set it up. So, now the next step is to think about the different parts of a website that would contain our car rental website. So what I plan to do for now is the front page, like the home page, and then you could follow the concept, follow the idea to build the other pages of a car rental website, like the product page, all of those stuff. But for now, we will be focusing on the front page. Now, this is our imagine this is our actual website over here. Right now it's empty, so we're going to build different components for it. So first things first, I'm going to build a box over here. I'm going to be building the header or the navigation section or the navigation bar. Simply drag and drop it just like that. Now this is our navigation bar. Let me change the color to black. I prefer to have a minimalist style over here. There we go. And let me drag it over here outside because I plan to make it into a component. There we go. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to put our different components here, like the title, logos, our homepage, and different parts here. So I'm going to select text over here and drag and drop it just like that. And let's say car dot to go. Now it's a bit small, so we could enlarge it by going over here There we go. This is our title for now for our website. And then I'm going to make it into a bold color. There we go. And let's make it bigger. Go. We could easily change the font by clicking here in enter. There's a lot of font types over here. And you can simply choose the font style that you want. But I'm going to stick with the default one for now. Then we add this one. Just like that. And then we could add some design to it by maybe utilizing some lines over here. Just like that. Let's fix the angle to 0. And let's make it a bit thicker. There we go. Now we have a very simple section over here. Let me clone it, put it on top, and let's make it a bit smaller actually. Let's make it not as long. There we go. Still, we're going to make it 0. There we go. Now, this is simply the section where we build our design. So, after that, we're going to add a typical navigation section over here where there's home and like other sections. So, over here. So, the typical sections that we have is home. And then you have about us. And what else? We have gallery. So, that's that for now. You can add more information if you have like more parts that you want to add. But anyway, for us, let's have home, about us, and gallery for now. And then let me adjust this. Put it over here on the right side. There we go. Now, why am I doing this process and not just coding it right away? Now, like I explained earlier, I'm not really that great with coding it line by line. And I know it's going to be hard for you guys to like follow the video and just doing everything like copy and pasting or like following one by one the things that I'm typing. So I like to use something like this because I'm also able to see the design right away, something like this. So now what we have here, you can also add other sections, other designs like your logo, but for now I'm not going to add that yet. But this time we're going to group this entire thing. There we go, group selection. And we're going to have this as a component. There we go. So now this is like a component that we will be able to get and drop it over here. So on the desktop, I would like to enable auto layout because auto layout is a very good thing and very important thing to have. So if I drag it, there we go. And now we have that. The auto layout will allow the components to snap wherever you want it to be. So you have that over here. And why is it important to have a component here? Is so that whenever we make changes over here on the main one. So for example, let's say I would like to create something, maybe like a circle. Let me put in a circle design here. I guess here in the middle. Let's fix this. There we go. Let me put it in the center. The center, yes. And let's select the color white. If we go over here, it's also going to appear, as you can see. Even though I did not put it here, it's still going to appear. But that's that. So next part, what other components should be there or should be here? So let's say, let's create a whole section for like the viewing section. So over here, let me create our style here for now. There we go. This entire section I would like to be dedicated to our design or like the display for images. Let me put a curve there and then let me put a stroke. There we go. Let me turn the color to white, or we could have it as a different color, maybe gray. There we go. And then we could add our different sections over here. So this one, this is just like the area where the design would appear. So let me add some text over here. Let's actually add the text here instead. There we go. And then this one would be products. Okay, like that. Make it a bit bigger. Let me fix the sizing for this one. There we go. This one, I would like this to appear over here on the right side. Should be. So I could select this. There we go. This one should appear. Anyway, I guess we have this one for now. Or we can also do the opposite thing where we could just put it here instead. I'm going to fix this to be middle. There we go. Okay, so where did our text go? There we go. Products. It should be in front. Here we go. Product section. Then we could put in the box for our different products as well. Let's assume this is like a one component box over here. And let's make it white. Add some effects there. And then you can simply upload the photo of your car over here. Let's say this is a car over here. This is like a image for now, a sample image. There we go. We're not going to download an image yet. And then we're going to put here the car information, like let's say BMW. BMW. Although where did it go? We should appear in front. Should be on top. There we go. BMW. Let's say that's a car name or any car name. Then you could simply put the pricing over here. Let's say P2000. Something like that. Change this into smaller color. There we go. And lighter. There we go. So you get the idea. You build the components here. You could really make use of your creativity and make sure that they're all working together to build this. Let me frame selection this and component that as well. And we can simply drag and drop it over here. And there we go. It will appear over here. So you could easily build and put together a very decent output here. And let's say this is like our car rental for now. I'm assuming you guys would have time to build your design, think about the different sections. Then you could think about like what the homepage would look like as well. But this one, as you can see, for example, this is a sample over here. The gray isn't really clicking for me, so I guess we could go with the black. Or I guess it depends. I guess it just depends on your preference, but I guess I could have that for now. And I'm going to remove the stroke, by the way, if I can. I'll give it a shadow for now. Stroke, I'll remove it. There we go. So now we have this output over here. So assuming I have more products over here to be shown and has more progression, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to click on this component section over here, search for plugin, and look for Teleport HQ. And if I click on Run on Teleport HQ, I will be able to select our desktop one over here. Auto layout, it's not good from now. Expect a different result. So to be able to fix this, we should also have auto layout over here. There we go. There's a lot of things that you could play around here so that there will be better auto layout results. Maybe we need to do some auto layout on this one. There we go. Wait. Let's fix this one. There we go. This one, does this have auto layout? There we go. And this should be, there we go. It's so excellent, as you can see. So we can now export as new project. And there we go. We could now see our project over here in Teleport HQ. There we go. Save project. Now we will be able to have it over here. You guys give me a few seconds, a few minutes. We will be able to move on to the HTML and CSS part soon. But anyway, here we go. As you can see, this is our design over here. The size is a bit different, so you could easily adjust it by simply, selecting the different components and dragging it, supposedly. But you could also increase the size just like that. There we go. So we have our design over here. So now what you're going to do is you're going to look over here on the top right, this section, generate code. And you can click over here, click on HTML, and as you can see, you will be able to get the HTML code over here. Copy, paste it over here, and CSS over here, copy. Go over here. We're going to rename this to a different name. What's the name? Desktop1.css. Desktop1.css. There we go. And then we're going to go over here. We're going to make sure that CSS is properly indicated. There we go. There are some SVG files over here, but these are stuff that we need to download from our section over here. You can easily download it by clicking on export project over here, selecting HTML, and then you can select zip file over here as well. You can download that. As you can see, everything will be here as well. So let's actually use this instead of our copying, pasting it, since we were able to export it either way through that method. There we go. Index. And there we go. As you can see, we were able to convert our design that was previously in Figma into an HTML project over here. And if you analyze it, these are all HTML files that actually, you have your CSS over here and other sections over here. Your images will be found here, external, as you can see here, the SVG and parts. And that's basically how you will be able to do it. It's going to be quick and easy. It's more, it's a much better, although it's a bit, it's a much slower process than coding it over here, because when coding, you will be able to change things live. But with this one, you're going to have to do a lot of backtracking and modification. But in design-wise, I think it's going to be much easier and better. So let us try actually over here in Teleport HQ and show you guys how you will be able to do it directly in Teleport HQ as well. So let's delete this one, since we were able to demonstrate that either way. Delete project. And now we're going to create one from scratch. Over here, we're not going to create a very complicated design. We're going to try and replicate our Figma design. But anyway, this is our design over here. What different things that you could add, different layouts over here, images, code embed, forms, input, text area options over here, drop down, and many more. We could add sections over here. We could add our footer over here. There we go. We have our footer. This is our footer, or is this our header? Or it's our header. Then we could add some hero sections. There we go. This might be a better or like a faster way, but the downside with this one is actually it's very limited to creating multiple pages at once. So for example, gallery over here, we can drag and drop that, and there we go. Then we could easily change the images to a different image. We could use images of a car. So for example, if we go here, car, there we go. For example, this one, let's download this one. And let's change our image over here. We will be able to change it. There we go. ID, custom. There we go. Let's change this to a different one. Upload. Upload it over here. If you will be able to upload it, click on plus, upload asset, upload the one that we have just downloaded, and let's see if we will be able to get it. There we go. Now this should be the one. If we swap this out, swap, replace asset, there we go. We now have that as an image. So now we could go back or home. There we go. We now have that car over here. It's going to be also a manual labor. It's going to be taking a lot of work, but anyway, after building this, you can now easily download it. Similarly with what we just did, download a zip. There we go. Open the file and extract all. There we go. Then we could open our website over here, and there we go. We have our website over here. As you can see, we have the Teleport HQ registration page. It's much better output than what we did with Figma, but with Figma, it's a bit easier and beginner friendly, because this one is a lot of things, and beginners might get overwhelmed by the different options. So that's something to look out for. But in Figma, you have a lot of creativity. You could customize and build basically everything about it. But as you can see here, we have our HTML over here. And if you want to view it, you can also view it if you want in HTML form as well. Open with Visual Studio Code. Open. And as you can see, you will be able to see the code over here, as you can see. Then you could modify it as well if you want. You could modify it directly in the code page, like in the HTML page. And you can also directly modify the CSS as well. There's a lot of sections over here, and would guide you very easily with this. So it's very straightforward. It's not the traditional method that you guys would usually watch in the internet, where you easily code right away, then you will be able to see live on the right side. I find it hard to follow those type of tutorial because you're going to like stare at the code that they're doing and then you're going to copy it. But with this method that I have provided, you can easily design it without coding yet, and you can easily just convert it into a code after you're satisfied with your design and everything you want to do with it. So that's basically it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.